Overnight, the sprawl of more than 500 California wildfires surged in a relentless march of flames. Hardest hit, the north, where the state's largest fires are churning through wine country, incinerating homes, reducing whole neighborhoods to piles of rubble and ash.
Oh no. Oh no, no, no.
Krista Petrillo-Hafner lost most of her livestock, including her horses and goats, as the flames swept through her parents' ranch.
The devastation is just, it's amazing. If I stop to think about it too long, it overwhelms me. Today was a very hard day.
So far, the fires have scorched more than 770,000 acres, destroying more than 500 structures, forcing the evacuations of thousands. At least 5 people have died.
It's just been fire after fire. I mean, it's crazy.
Meanwhile, firefighters battling back on the front lines are stretched to their breaking point.
I've never seen something like this in 34 years fighting fire.
The governor saying nearly all of the state's firefighting resources have been exhausted, forcing officials to call in help from 10 states and 2 countries.
We have over 12,000 firefighters now actively working to suppress these larger, complex fires.
It's been a real roller coaster.
Somehow, Sonoma Valley ranch owner Ed Newell says crews were able to save his entire property after the fire torched nearly everything in the area.
Do you think it would be standing when you got back?
No, we had seen some video on Wallace Creek, and we assumed we were coming back and seeing it lost.
A small silver lining peeking through all the smoke, but residents here know a painful reality that fire season is just getting started.
And the state's record heat wave also expected to continue after Death Valley recorded the hottest temperature on Earth earlier this week, 130 degrees. And unfortunately, all this heat, just more fuel to the fire. Kristen, Peter, back to you.
That's a bad situation. Some of my relatives in the Santa Cruz area, among those being evacuated. Steve, we thank you.
Yeah, our hearts go out to your relatives and everyone impacted by these wildfires. And with that, we do want to get the very latest on the weather, because that's the critical question for firefighters today. So, Dylan, how is it looking out there?
Well, Kristen, it looks like temperatures might drop off a couple of degrees, but it's the wind and the dry conditions that continue to spread these fires. And you can see that they are all across the West. So we have fire weather watches and red flag warnings in effect. Again, with humidity down to around 25%, the air is very dry. So if you get some thunderstorms, they don't have a lot of rain, and those lightning strikes can trigger more fires. It's also making for some very, very poor air quality, especially to the eastern side of these fires. So anyone with asthma also has to keep that in mind as these fires continue to create just really bad air quality out in that area, Kristen.